We got a couple of interesting revelations here. Now, this man on the right, this is Samuel Dewey. He's one of the attorneys for the Heritage Foundation. We talked about him earlier. Now, he says that there's the possibility that the client lied and failed to divulge his history of narcotics use on what was likely an O1 visa application, which is typically filed for exceptional talent or people with extraordinary ability. Now, as far as it goes with the testicle-headed moron, the only extraordinary ability he has is being a douchebag. But this is what you're going to hear is quite interesting. He says that if Harry had admitted to taking narcotics, the information would have gone into a DS-160 file and had been sent to DHS in its entirety, but would not have ended up with DHS if he was dishonest about his prior narcotics use. So he says the documents that we saw yesterday are proof that the State Department and DHS were still withholding information from Heritage and the court. And when it comes to hearing something like that, I mean, we know who this guy is. We know that the last administration protected him. We know that there's all kinds of corrupt money, USAID, Archwell, everything going on right now in that elite circle. We know it's all been exposed, right? So he says an excerpt from the closed door hearing that was released on Tuesday. This was from April 30th. Quote from Judge Nichols: "While I have some of the true set of facts right now, I don't have all of them." So that statement plus what the guy is saying, it makes it seem as if they're withholding here, which I would believe because look who we're talking about. And that's the part that it's been really tough for me just to not lose my shit. Like, for real, just to get pissed off. Because why is this client, testicle-headed moron, why does he get so much preferential treatment? All right? Number one, now, if the defense is going to be, oh, well, because he's a royal. He's not a royal anymore. He's not an important person anymore. He chose, or we were all told that he chose to leave his family. So he's not a royal anymore. He doesn't get the perks of doing that. But when you're talking about who you're talking about with the kind of money, when we're talking about who we're talking about, that's all it's about: corrupt money. So the quote from Judge Nichols goes on, and I well understand that some of this information that we've been talking about today is not at DHS. So then if it was there, then he didn't lie. But since it wasn't, then he did. Right? That's what they're saying that's what Dewey is saying from that. The judge can make a second reference to the client's case being split between DHS and state, noting that at one point all of the relevant information was at DHS and he didn't have the state side of it to weigh the public's interest in knowing that it was against the privacy concerns. So that's the end. That's the end of it right there.